Well, keen to keep, the puzzle solving,
the history,
edutainment. People will learn something about American history, but in a fun way. We call it edutainment, and you go back and you look it up and you go, oh, wow, that's true, but that part wasn't true. And but we were desperate to do something completely new in the sense that we wanted to do female-centric. We wanted not only our lead to be a woman, we wanted our bad guy, our Sean Bean, our Ed Harris this time to be a woman. And we wanted the treasure story to be about women in history as well. So we've covered, Ben Franklin and the Founding Fathers, and so we've done those guys. And this time we wanted to go, well, let's find some interesting female figures from history that we can fashion a treasure story around. So that was really important to us.
He's like, that's a good answer. I'm going to write some of this down.
You've already worked together on the films and now the series. What is it like working together as a couple? And, take lead, or is it how collaborative is that process?
It's crazy collaborative. There would never be any of this.
I have half a brain and you have half a brain, and together we have a brain. We roll out of bed, and we're very lucky. We are the luckiest people in the world. We've been married over 30 years. We've been doing this 30 years. We finish each other's sentences. I mostly talk over him because he's very quiet, but he says a lot. But yeah, it's totally, there's not one or the other. It's we both type and write and exchange, and together are looking at the screen. It's very, I don't know that all writing partners do that. Some people don't, but that's always been our process. Ever since our baby was bouncing in her, we were writing together.
In her jumper as we're writing.
Yeah, we've just been doing it a long time. Well, I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. What is the duties of an executive producer?
Okay, so that's a really good question, and it's a really good question because when you write a feature, you turn it in, and the director and the producers basically do everything, and then you go to the premiere. Unless you're writing on the set, you go to the premiere and you go, oh, that's the movie they made. When you do TV and you exec produce it, you have to do everything. You have to pick the cast. You have to pick the songs that are you have to be in the edits. You got to be on the set. You got to make sure. It's a crazy full-time job. And then you see, I'd call up John Turtletop and I'd just go, I can't believe what you went through to get the movies made. And he would just be laughing at us.
Yeah, because a director in features is like the executive producer on TV. It's the same, the director in features controls everything and it does everything. And is the last word.
You can imagine how nervous we were when we would try to pick cast and we would have to send them to Jerry Bruckheimer to see, did we make the right choice? And
Jerry weighed in on everything.
He weighed in on everything.
Yeah.
So
he's
it was a very big learning experience for us.
Yeah. And TV writers are way more in charge. So that's always, we did Common Law 10 years ago or something. It was short-lived, but being in charge is a weird place for writers, feature writers. But we had a great support of JBTV, all the executives there. Everybody's just been, we had a great producing director. We have a great partner, Rick Miragi. It's been really, it's been overwhelming, but really rewarding. If people like it, it'll be rewarding.
Yeah, if people like it.
If people don't like it, then
okay,
on to the next thing.
Tried.
So working on the movie franchise, now moving into the television franchise, the series has a number of, the fandom's huge. It's got a deep following. What type of callbacks or Easter eggs can these fans of yours look forward to seeing in these new shows?
Well, we definitely are writing this for the fans of the movies because that's important to us. That fandom is very important to us. We definitely are teasing page 47. We have 3 characters from the movies and in the show, and Ben Gates is not in it. but he plays prominently because he is. Did I say this yet? He is the Bob Ballard who founds Titanic in our world. He is the guy. So he is mentioned. He is like the #1 treasure hunter in America. Like he is a huge presence. So we try to play to that. So that and then. Other Easter, every now, there are little Easter eggs. I don't want to give them away, but there are Easter eggs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's Tony Stark and she's Peter Parker. You know, it's just, that's the way we wanted to launch it. And he's part of her universe, but we would have never been able to make this as a movie because nobody knows who the characters are. So we had to launch it as a TV show so people can, and it's not like it's Jen Gates. It's someone completely different than Ben Gates, but he's in her world.
Mm-hmm. He's a famous person in her world. Yeah, hopefully she becomes famous.
There's been a lot of discussion about what version of history gets taught in American schools.
Oh, right.
When it comes to gender, but also race.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that the show focuses on?
You know, the show is all about that. It's all about that because Cormac's dad, tell the story. He came from England. He's Irish.
So my dad's Irish. So he grew up in Ireland until like 3rd grade, where he got Irish history. Then he moved to England and he got English history.
Which is opposite.
Irish are the bad guys, the English are the good guys. And then he comes over to the United States and he's like, oh, wait a minute, the English are the bad guys.
And the Americans are the good guys.
So he'd always sit at the table and talk about history that's coming from whoever's telling the story of history. And you have to kind of just look at it from that point of view. So
that's a big takeaway from this show that we hope people respond to because it's very important to us. So, yeah.